aging farmers and labor shortages.
In this segment, we will explore the structural and economic challenges facing South Korea's agricultural sector. We will analyze factors such as aging farmers, shrinking farmland, climate change, high production costs, and global competitiveness. Understanding these challenges will help contextualize the future of South Korean agriculture and potential policy solutions. One of the most pressing challenges in South Korean agriculture is the aging farming population. More than half of South Korean farmers are older than 65, and younger generations are increasingly reluctant to pursue agricultural careers due to the physical demands, economic instability, and rural to urban migration trends. The declining interest in farming is leading to severe labor shortages affecting productivity and long-term sustainability. In addition to the aging population of farmers, another pressing issue is the excessively small cultivation areas of the majority of farms. According to statistics from 2015, a single farmer in South Korea cultivates 1.29 hectares of farmland, whereas a US farmer cultivates 56 times this amount, and a Danish farmer cultivates 26 times as much. The situation for corporate farms is not significantly better. Most corporate farms essentially remain small family operations. In such a structure, where small-scale farms are prevalent, there are evident limits to improving agricultural productivity. The government has attempted to mitigate this issue through subsidies and incentive programs encouraging young people to enter agriculture. However, these efforts have had limited success due to the broader appeal of urban employment opportunities and the cultural perception that farming is a low-status occupation. Additionally, the mechanization of agriculture has helped reduce labor demands to some extent, but it has also made entry into farming more capital-intensive, creating further barriers for prospective young farmers.
Shrinking farmland and climate change.
Rapid industrialization and urban expansion have contributed to the reduction of arable land in South Korea. The country's farmland has been steadily declining due to real estate development and shifting economic priorities. Between the 1970s and 2020s, the total area devoted to agriculture shrank dramatically, with urban centers encroaching upon formerly fertile farmland. Government-led housing projects and infrastructure development, while necessary for economic growth, have come at the expense of agricultural sustainability. As agricultural land diminishes, South Korea has become increasingly dependent on food imports, raising concerns about national food security. To counteract this, the government efforts to preserve agricultural land have included zoning laws, financial incentives for farmers to maintain cultivation, and initiatives promoting urban farming. However, with land prices skyrocketing and development pressures growing, farmland preservation remains a significant challenge. Another vulnerability of South Korea's agricultural sector is climate change. Rising temperatures, erratic rainfall patterns, and the increased frequency of extreme weather events such as typhoons and droughts threaten crop yields and livestock health. Additionally, climate change has led to the spread of pests and disease that further impact agricultural productivity. To combat these challenges, further investment in research on climate-resilient crop varieties and precision farming technologies such as smart farm or controlled environment agriculture or CEA is needed. However, there is a divergence of opinion on whether such technology-intensive solutions can genuinely be the path to combating climate change. High-tech agriculture requires more capital, and small to medium-sized farms that fail to adapt to this change may be driven out of agriculture as their relatively costly products would not be able to compete in the market. We have not yet reached on a social consensus whether the future of agriculture should rely on technology that results in the exit of certain farmers from the industry.
High production costs and global competition.
The cost of agricultural production in South Korea is significantly higher than in competing nations. Factors such as high land prices, labor costs, and reliance on imported feed and fertilizer contribute to inflated production expenses. As a result, South Korean farmers struggle to compete with the cheaper imported agricultural products from countries such as the United States, Australia, and China. The influx of foreign agricultural products has led to changing consumer preferences, with many Koreans opting for lower-cost imported foods over domestically grown produce. This shift has put additional pressure on local farmers, leading to increased financial strain and even farm closures. Government subsidies and protective tariffs have provided some relief, but they have also been criticized for distorting market dynamics and failing to address the underlying structural inefficiencies in the agricultural sector. Over the long term, South Korea faces the challenge of balancing market liberalization with policies that support domestic food production.
Policy solutions and future directions.
Addressing these challenges requires a multifaceted approach. The government has introduced various initiatives such as smart farming incentives, rural development program, and trade negotiations aimed at ensuring fair competition for domestic farmers. Encouraging technological adoption and providing financial assistance to young farmers are key strategies to revitalize the agricultural sector. Efforts to bolster domestic agriculture also include educational programs designed to promote interest in farming among younger generations. Agricultural universities, research centers, and state-funded training programs aim to equip future farmers with the skills needed to thrive in a rapidly evolving industry. Additionally, sustainable farming practices such as organic agriculture and agroecology are being promoted to create a more resilient food production system. Despite these efforts, long-term sustainability will depend on broader economic and cultural shifts. If South Korea fails to secure a new generation of farmers and adapt to changing environmental conditions, its agricultural industry may continue to decline, increasing reliance on foreign food sources.